right, it's Wednesday morning, little Shoplife vlog here from the Old Barn Homestead. And guess what? It's freaking raining. It's actually Tuesday night, and just, well, you see it's pretty still light out. I think it's about 7 o'clock. Freaking raining. And you can see the source of my water that's coming in. It's the gutter right there, pissing out water. And it just lands on the concrete, and then just kind of the low of the concrete just kind of works its way in. It runs right there, over there. So I have to figure out. And it's been doing this since I had it, so it wasn't where I backed into it with the other mill, or with the mill. So I just barely got this thing in here. It just started sprinkling a little bit, and then got it backed in before the mud and all set in. And so you guys saw the video yesterday and saw that I was going to Houston to pick this up. I was really pleased with it. I'm really happy. This is I've been wanting one of these things, and again, if you check these things out on eBay, restored ones go for $10,000 all the way up. There's one listed out there for $24,000. I'm sure it comes with a bunch of tooling and stuff that this one doesn't have. But the cheapest ones I could ever find were around $5,000, and they didn't even, weren't even running, or at least they couldn't prove to be running. So I'll do a more of a review on this when I get off the trailer here. Hey, I was going to show you guys real quick what I'm thinking about doing is using this 3-inch square tubing and 2-inch square tubing, along with making 2 sets of dollies with 4 casters on it each. And I think these were good for 700 pounds. I'll have to look at them and see. I think they're good for 700 pounds each, so 2,800 pounds for one set. So I was going to make 2 dollies, and they'll be at least the width of this, and I'm going to check on the mill I'm going to get to see if it needs to be even wider. And I can get guys to come over with a tractor and help me, no problem, and have the trailer outside and have a big bucket up there. Getting a forklift, nobody around here has one, and United Rentals will rent me one for $380 a day, and that's the minimum. So, I don't want to pay $380 to get this thing off. So what I was thinking is the ramps that I have built, those low profile ramps, is lay those on the ground out there, build 2 dollies, and use the 3-inch as the 2 side rails, and then come in with a 45 and down low and create a low profile sunk in area between the 2 side rails, and have the casters mounted to those to get it down as low as possible to clear the height there, and also just lower the center of gravity, so I can get a guy with a tractor to come lift it off of that, obviously with the trailer sitting outside, sit it onto the dollies and on the ramps that are outside, and then just wheel it in and have the edge of the ramp just barely tipping in right here. So I don't know if that makes sense, but again, so I would cut 2 rails and have 2 runners going this way, casters on all 4 corners, and then use the 2-inch tubing to come in with down at an angle, and then back up like that, kind of create a little basket between the 2 rails to be able to get this off and in the mill later this weekend when I get back with it. So anyway, as you can tell, I'm rambling a lot, and you probably hear a little bit of excitement in my voice, but this thing is really smooth, really tight. I mean, it's super smooth. There's a couple of little issues with it. It's got the original motor in it, and it's been retrofitted with a ball door 3-phase 5 horsepower motor that looks really new looking, and it's got a VFD driving that. So I'll have lots of questions on this. I know we got a few machinists watching out there: Bill Della Vega, Brian Block, Tom Zelikman, a few guys that might know some stuff about it, some other guys too that know some stuff. So yeah, so anyway, we'll have more to come on this. We'll show you when we let me know what you think about those dollies and that idea. All right, we'll cut you off now. We'll talk to you later. Anyway, guys, I don't know what all that goofy excitement and happiness is about. You guys know we don't allow any of that around here. It's just time to get back to work. So Anyway, hey, I was just going to add on the end of this video, some footage I took from this tool or equipment distributor that had this listed. Talk about some sweet machines, man. Goodness. And I didn't know about these guys, and they actually have some pretty decent prices on some things. And if I'd have known if this stuff was down there, pretty easy commute for me. Probably would have bought something from them instead of traveling all the way up to Michigan. But that Cincinnati machine's pretty sweet too. So anyway, so I'm gonna add on some footage here. Check out a couple of these big mills that are just they're old school, but this place does some not complete restoration, but they just kind of fix what's broken on the machines, clean them up, change the oil in them. Like I said, make a few handles, fix a few things that are missing, and get them painted up. And they do a nice job on what they do, and they go through it all, test it all that. So anyway, check it out.